All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and honor and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Baruch HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out there toiling in this truth. And to the Akwathium, the sisters, the few sisters that listen and learn in silence. To all of you, I say Shalom. I'm the brother Pathakamath GMS Dallas. I'm just coming back at you with a really quick lesson. I'm going to entitle this one, Prophecy is Playing Out in Real Time. And what sparked this lesson was I was listening to and watching a video from the brother, the Hopeful Elect 3 posted, and it's called Hate Season is Here. And, this Edomite dude made a statement, and I'm going to play it. I'm going to play that little excerpt of what he said, which is all Bible prophecy playing out in real time, man. All these things are written. You know what I'm saying? And, these things are playing out. It's like just a little quick, which I'm going to repeat it a few times, But, at the end of the day, it's prophecy. You know what I'm saying? And so real quick, without any further ado, I'm going to get into the lesson. So real quick, I'm going to play this excerpt from this video, Hate Season is Here. Hopefully Elect 3.
The hate and the division in this country. Like, I'm literally so over the hate and the division in this country. I'm literally so over the hate and the division in this country. I'm literally so over the hate and the division in this country.
And that part right there, he said he's so over the hate and the division in this country, man. You know what I'm saying? Which hate and division are part of Bible prophecies playing out because we're at the end of this devil's kingdom, man. The Edomite kingdom is over. It's at its end. And, hate is written. Hate was going to be part of it. And division is written. And division is part of it, man. All of these things prove that we're at the end of Esau's kingdom. Of course, the scriptures say, 2nd Esdras 9, 6 and 9, Salakia, 2nd Esdras 6 and 9, Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, because there's something else coming after this. The kingdom of heaven is at hand, man. You know what I'm saying? And the downfall of Esau and his kingdom are at hand, man. All of these things are synonymous with one another, His economy is crashing. They're predicting that to be in the coming year, man, or maybe the coming year and a half to the most, but really the coming year, and Lord willing, man, But at the end of the day, which I'm going to entitle this lesson, Prophecy is Playing Out in Real Time. That's what's going on, man. You know what I'm saying? He's tired of he's done with the hate and the division, man. You know what I'm saying? Which there's nothing can be done about that. It's all the Spirit of the Lord, by way of the prophecies that have been spoken, man. You know what I'm saying? Prophecy is playing out in real time, and hate and division is all part of prophecy playing out. And at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy. So we'll start right there. This is Revelations, the 19th chapter. Wow. Revelations, the 19th chapter. Man, boys, left hand be at work, man. It's Revelation 19 and 10, and it reads, And I fell at his feet and to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. So the testimony of Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly refers to as JC, Jesus Christ, is the spirit of prophecy. These people, the churches, don't know that Christianity does not deal with prophecy, man. So, but that's what's going on, man. The prophecies are the spirit of Yahweh Shai, and the prophecies have been speaking, man, in these latter days, man, which the Lord spoke on that. As a matter of fact, let's get that in Isaiah 55 and verse 11. And it reads, this is Most High, Isaiah 55 and 11, So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I send it. So these things have been spoken. These prophecies have been spoken and written down, man. We're reading them. They've already been spoken. So the fact that they've been spoken, they have to come to pass, man. That's why the Lord is saying that. His word is not going to return to him void, but it's going to accomplish that which he pleases, and it's going to, it shall prosper in the thing whereto he sent it. Means it's going to happen, it's guaranteed to happen. You know what I'm saying? So we're in a time of these things playing out, and, they're happening in real time. That's why the title of the lesson, prophecy, is playing out in real time, man. And those things that the Edomite guy mentioned, hate and division, are part of that, the prophecies that are playing out in these times, man. And that's why he's speaking on that. He said he's so through with it, but there's nothing can be done about it. It's all prophecy. Again, let's continue. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, and we're just going to jump to the point. Verse 3, it says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And these are the times we're in. We're in the time of these prophecies coming to pass and not tarrying. That means taking a long time, man. You're starting to see these things that have been spoken about, for years, finally starting to hit, man, and come to pass, man. That's what we're reading here, though it tarry, wait for it. Seems like it's taking a long time. Just chill. Just hold on. Watch this. Because it will surely come, it will not tarry. And we're in the time of these things surely coming. They're not tarrying anymore. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of Ezekiel, the 12th chapter. Shalakian. We're going to jump down to verse 21. Here's what the Lord says. Because you got a lot of Jake that don't believe, man, Well, here's what the Lord said, Ezekiel 12 and 21. It says, and the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua came unto me, saying, son of man, what is that proverb that you have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? Jake is about to find out, man. The Lord is no joke. This Bible is real, man. It's a living entity. Verse 23, tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua power, I will make this proverb to cease. Yeah, it's going to go away, man. And they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, because Israel is about to see, man, that the Lord is real. He about to make himself known. But say unto them, the days are at hand and the effect of every vision. Yeah, his word ain't going to come back to him void. It's about to accomplish the thing whereto he sent it. These things we're in these times now, man. These are the times we're in. So in that excerpt, he spoke of hate and division, that he was through with it. Well, all of these things are coming to pass now, man. So it is Bible prophecy playing out. So real quick, because these things are written. It's Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. And as a matter of fact, in the heading right there, we start at the top. In the heading, it says, a time for everything. Ecclesiastes 3 and 1. And then we're going to jump down. To everything, there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. As a matter of fact, we'll just read a couple. Verse 2, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build. See, these people don't have any idea of this. They don't understand the nature of the Lord, man. Like it says in the first verse, there's a time to everything. There is a season and a time for every purpose under the heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? A time for everything. You know what I'm saying? Which we'll jump down. We read a couple of them. We'll jump down to verse 8, which is the point, because he spoke on that hate. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8, where that's part of the time for everything. A time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So these people, because we're not in a time of love and peace, that's coming in the kingdom of heaven. When the kingdom of heaven is established on the earth, it will be on the earth. Matthew 6 and 10, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The will of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, by way of the rod, though the laws and statutes and commandments of the Lord is going to be implemented in the earth throughout the four corners of the earth by way of the rod, that coming government, man, of the 144,000 that's going to be established, because the king, the throne of King David is going to be established in the earth, and our big brother Yahushua is going to sit upon that throne, man. You know what I'm saying? King David himself is going to be here. You know what I'm saying? Sitting on the throne. So it says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. So when the kingdom of heaven is established on the earth, that's when love and peace, is going to start flourishing in the earth. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we know at the very beginning of that thing, because that rod is going to have to come into effect. That love. Now, of course, the love would be felt in the with the nation of Israel, but eventually these nations are going to feel that love, man. After that 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. You know what I'm saying? But it says a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. We're in a time of hate and war now, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why these people are feeling like they're feeling. That's why that lesson that the brother, not the lesson, but the little video that the brother put up, the Hopeful Elect 3, is titled "Hate Season is Here," man. And that Edomite dude realizes it. We're in a time of hate, because there's a time for everything, man. And we're in a time of hate and war. World War III. I'm a God one, Armageddon. I'm a God one in the Hebrew. That third world's war, that final war. To end all wars, is here, man. And you're seeing these things play out in real time. That's why the title of the lesson, prophecy, is playing out in real time, man. So hate is part of it. It's prophesied. We're reading it right here, Ecclesiastes 3:8. A time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. So we're in the times of hate and war right now, man. And love and peace will come in the kingdom. So, yeah, man, that's what's going on. Prophecies, the effect of every vision. You know what I'm saying? Though it tarry, wait for it. Sure, it will surely come. It will not tarry. All these things, my word shall not return to me void, but it's going to accomplish the thing whereto I sent it. All of these things are happening because Revelation 19:10, which we start the lesson off with, Yahushua, the spirit of prophecy, man. And these are the prophecies that's playing out in real time. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. So that hate is real, man. As a matter of fact, when you read in Matthew, the 24th chapter, in verse 12, it reads, Matthew 24:12, red letters, Yahushua speaking, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So the love is going to wax cold for many people, and that's the majority of these people. And when you go into that word, wax cold is psycho. These people are going to go psycho out here. They're going to be mad, go mad out here, go crazy. Mad Hatter out here, just left, it's going to be, man, on and popping out here in these streets, man. So it says, the love of many shall wax cold. So if love is waxing cold, what's getting hot? Hate, hate is going to heat up out here in these streets, man. Ain't going to be no love in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hardcore hate out here, man. And these are the prophecies coming to pass. And these are the times that we're in, man. A time for everything, a season for everything, a time and season for everything under the sun, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on here. So, he also mentioned the division, man. You know what I'm saying? That division. And Esau, who is Satan, because when you read, as a matter of fact, let's read it, and then we'll let's go to Luke, the 11th chapter, 11 and 17. Let's start at verse 17. This what I want. I don't think this is what I want. Salakia. 18, my bad. Oh, it is 17. Luke 11, yeah. What the hell was I reading a second ago? Anyway, this is Luke chapter 11 and verse 17, going into that division, man, which is prophecy, playing out in real time. It says, but he knowing their thoughts, talking about Yahushua, said unto them, and he's finna speak, red letters, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. If Satan, verse 18, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? Because ye say that I cast out devils through Beelzebub. So the point being that it says every kingdom divided against itself, which this kingdom is divided against itself, is brought to desolation. So that desolation is on the way. And a house divided against a house falleth. And we're dealing with the house of Esau, the nation of Esau. That's the house of Esau, the nation. And which is what this is dealing with, the house of Esau, So his fall is happening in real time, man. That's what all these things represent. The fall of this devil's house, his kingdom, his rulership is at its end, man. And that's why this devil is about to come down having great wrath, because he knows that he has but a short time, Revelations 12:12. So it says, if Satan also be divided against himself, how shall his kingdom stand? It's not going to stand. He's divided because that's part of the prophecies which are written, a part of his downfall, man. So real quick, let's prove Satan. 2 Thessalonians 2 is Esau in verse 9, because when you read up, it's going into the man of sin, basically. Verse 3, 2 Thessalonians 2:3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, which that happened. And we fell away. We lost our, our heritage, Jeremiah 17:4, forgot who we were, lost everything, who our power is, everything went away, lost our land. We got fakes over there now in the land. But it says, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that's Esau, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what that's going into. So we now know these things. So we're going to jump down to the point. It says, 2 Thessalonians 2:9, even him whose coming is after the workings of Satan, with all powers and signs and lying wonders. So he whose coming, it's talking about a man, is after the working or energy of Satan, spiritual demon Satan. So there's a people on the planet Earth that they're in the spirit and energy of the spiritual demon Satan, man, left hand, and we know who that is now, Billy Goat and them, Cotton Swab. It's sad that we can't say these people's names without getting our pages clipped. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, you know who we're talking about, these elites, the banking families, DJ, DJT, all of these people, man, you know what I'm saying? All these Edomites, man, So he's Satan, and he's divided against himself, man. His kingdom is divided. MAGA is divided, these nations are divided. Esau's America's allies are turning on him. They're turning against him, man, which is written, Revelation 17, and they're gonna burn this hoe, they're gonna burn the whore, man. They're gonna shoot fire. They're gonna eat her flesh and put fire on this place, man. Thermonuclear missiles, man. That thermonuclear destruction is coming, man. And Babylon the Great is gonna be in that fire, man. So this kingdom is falling, man. That's what these things represent, So again, prophecy is playing out in real time, and hate and division is all part of those prophecies, man. Which Yahushua the spirit of. So with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Baruch HaKadosh. Double honors to the apostles, the elder bishops, and the elders of the great millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shah Dawadah Shalom.